Hey, what's good, peoples, man? Before we get this episode started, it'd be dope if you toss us a like, a subscribe, and also don't forget to turn on those bell notifications, man. We truly appreciate it.
You're not my man. You're not my man. You're a genius.
And we are live. I'm going to put us right next to it. Bam. This is that good view. What's going on, peoples? What is going on? This is episode, as you can see, 190 of the NotYamanz podcast. We are out here. I'm taking a second to post a little bit on the social medias and all that stuff, so people can know we're out here. We're alive and well, and still blocked from Facebook, which is the worst. Bro, yo, it's crazy the loops that they throw at you that are seriously unfair to log back in. Like, if I give you guys, I'm going to give you guys just a scenario of how annoying it's been. So I log into the page. If I log in right now, it goes, "Thank you for providing your information. You should have your account up in 24 hours. And I'm like, okay. And that's been doing that for the last 2 weeks. If I go to there, now there's 7 individual forms you can fill out to get your account back up. One, they're very hard to find. You have to find them on like blogs and stuff. Now, the reason there's so many, 4 of them on Instagram, the other 3 are via Facebook. The only ones I've gotten a response from are the Facebook ones. What's annoying is you fill it out once, they track your IP. You can't fill out again. And then they tell you stop filling it out. But they don't respond to you. And then if you do the Instagram ones, you fill it out. It says, please log into the Instagram so we can verify it's you. Even though you can't go into the Instagram, and the fucking form is that you're not on Instagram. The form is literally, I don't have an account. So it's ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. And then if you do that too much, it goes, hey, you're trying too much. You're, all that good stuff. So it's the worst. And then if you do the other Facebook one, it's like, hey, we just need you to relog, like verify that this is you. So I have to constantly try these things on. I have to jump on like a fucking incognito search or on a different VPN. I have to like bounce around IPs like I'm hacking or something, just so I can get these forms to go through, which give me no response. I only got a response 2 weeks ago, the first time I filled out a form, and it was like, yeah, we need you to send a picture of yourself with this code to verify it's you, and they just bailed after that. But what's also
the fucking code.
What's also crazy is there are services. There's a bot that you can pay for that someone has created. Multiple people have created, where it is literally every day it's going to just fill out all these forms. You post a picture of you with a blank piece of paper and it'll fill in the code for you. And it'll just keep harassing Instagram in them. And you have to pay them in their monthly subscriptions. And none of them guarantee you'll get your account back. Isn't that such a crazy hustle? I wouldn't be surprised if they're paid by Facebook. If they're Instagram, like,
oh, they make their own like shit.
Yeah. So it's very ridiculous, but it is what it is. I'm trying to get the page back. The website and the Twitter, we're out here still posting on there, so you could catch everything on there. But other than that, man, it's tough. It's tough, but. Because this time it wasn't even for getting banned. Usually it says if we violated community guidelines. It wasn't even for that. It said for like suspicious activity. And I don't fully get it. I think I know what it is that did it, but still, even then, you can't talk to anybody. There's nothing you can do. So it is what it is. But either way, jumping into the week's projects, the first project that we reviewed was, damn, that's a nice 4-minute rant, was Delgado, the Deluxe edition. This is by Flea Lord and Rock Marcy. This is the production by Rock Marcy. This right here is a very, very good time. It's an exceptionally good time. And hold on, right here. There it is, the art. It is such a dope project. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how hard this project goes. I'm a fan of Flea Lord, always been a fan of him, the whole Infamous Mob and all them. They're just, Flea Lord's he's the truth. And I'm a fan of Rock Marcy, whether he's rapping or producing. You know what I'm saying? And this project is fire, bro. Like, you got all the raps, you got all the features we love, including some that we wouldn't expect on here, like Bun B. I didn't expect to be.
Yeah, good to hear him on there.
The
Fire
feature.
Yeah,
feature. You got Conway, Ransom, Soul of God Cooks, you know. But
What?
yeah, it's wild. It's very wild. It is a very wild, man. The lineup is insane. And you know, like, you can't deny this project. Like, the production alone is just like,
the production is insane.
It was a movie.
Yeah. I need to know what he sampled for track number 8, Breeze in the Porsche. I think I know what he sampled, and if it is what I think he sampled, I'm low-key pissed because he beat me to it. And I ain't gonna say what it is here because some of y'all motherfuckers will steal that shit, so I ain't gonna risk that. So I gotta find out. It's not anywhere on the internet. I've been scouring to find out the fuck.
Yeah, people do like to steal stuff like that. And that you know what? I love when you find a sample that's like, or you hear something that you're always like, man, this should have been sampled a long time ago. And then it happens. And you're like, oh, and it's done justice. Because sometimes, you know, people will butcher a sample that you're like, man, you know, this is supposed to be godsend. You know, you kind of messed this up. But this project, man, all the beats on here, man, I don't think any of them missed.
No. It don't piss me off that beat. It was still hard. It was
hard. I mean, I don't know which beat you're talking about, but it was hard. Yeah. All of it was hard. Which one are you talking about?
It wasn't like you could really like decipher like each one from the other. Like they all like had a just flowed together.
Oh yeah, and this is a gritty project, bro. It's gritty, and it's just like, and Flea Lord's nice. Don't get me wrong, he can rap, but he didn't even need to. That's how dope the beats were. He didn't need to be. He could have said nothing. He could have spit some like Troy Ave hot garbage on here, and it would have sufficed. You know what I mean?
But be real. There were a few times where he was just, you know, he was swagging it, bro. Like he wasn't even. But the beat just cared, just.
Yeah, he gave that shit.
Lifting.
I will say he was getting beat up by the features.
Features did outshine him though. That is true. Like the Ransom one, I was more excited to hear Ransom more than I did everyone else.
I was like, crazy. The Stove God feature, like they went crazy, bro. Like even like, you know, Conway, you're like, yo, he's getting cooked. He had a good time, but cooked. You know,
he was a good supporting cast of those songs, bro.
It's like that old tag team, you know, you rocked with, but you know, there's always that weaker link, and then there's the star. You know, you need them as a group, but you know. No, but this project. What did you say?
What?
Every time he says something, it cuts out, man.
Yeah, let me get his laugh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. No, I said, nigga, this is like some Steiner Brothers shit.
Oh, yo, fact. Fact.
You're lying.
Yeah. Big Papa Pump. He had that extra muscle on his arm. Shit was scary. Explain that to me. But either way, dope fucking project. Highly recommended. So the next project that was on this lineup was Awakening by King Aboriginal. Shout out to King Ab. We've rocked with him for a very long time. He's been a fan of the page for a hot minute. And he's just consistent. He does one thing that I do always remember him for. He does his own twist on, you know how Uncle Murder does like the year recap. He does like his own twist on the recap, and it's not better, but it's solid. It
could really be better than Murders, honestly.
No one, because there's something that a lot of like artists don't have, and Uncle Murder has. He's funny, but like not in a like comedian way. In like a old head, like New Yorker, you know what I'm saying? Like a straight to the point, like New Yorker type of way. He's not funny. It's comedy. He's funny. It's just like, yo, this old nigga is wilding. Like whatever he says is just crazy. Like it's funny like that. And he just has no filter. He's saying shit that we all thought, and that's what makes his so good. But either way, not to take away from the album or anything, but King Ab's album, This Awakening, is fucking dope, man. It's a 19 piece. It's a little long for me. Mm-hmm. Little long. Could have been split into two pieces. You know what I'm saying? A 2-piece would have been way better for me, but I did rock with this for the most part. I do feel like the fact that there were so many songs, there were a couple of songs that kind of blended in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it started sounding the same after.
Yeah, and it kind of just never hit a point of like, it was like you would get like, it kind of was like ship would end. How am I gonna put it like anything? You got fire, and then it's like mid
Yeah,
fire.
Especially with similar like song like subjects, is like okay, yo,
And for like this many songs, like it feels like filler. It feels like throwaways that like, oh, I can't tell which one of these songs is better because they sound exactly the same. So I'm just gonna line them up.
This is some playlist shit. This not even like really put out as an album. It's really like, this is what I got.
Yeah, it's like you can hear the album in it, but there's so much filler that it throws you off. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a point where it was like a couple songs went by and I'm like, did this song end? And I'm like, I'm 3 songs ahead now. Like what the fuck just happened? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whoa. Yeah. So that kind of, it's pacing, bro. Like you can't, I get it. Everyone's doing the full song thing, but that's for the people who are millionaires and they get, money off payola and streams. If you're just an up and comer and you're trying to give people bodies of work that are solid, trim the fat. You know what I'm saying? Trim the fat. It won't hurt because these songs that were kind of like trailing, they wouldn't hurt. Like 2 or 3 of them could have been solid singles.
Yeah, even like the Godson one, it wasn't like the best song, even though it was dope. It was good to hear the homie rest in peace, but it could have been better, especially with the feature like that. Come on.
Yeah. Seriously. And it's like stuff like that. Like, yeah, you need that kind of spacing, bro. You need that because like that's what's going to keep people involved. If it sounds like you just threw together everything of yours that you were just in a mind state and you made 1 million songs in that mind state, you can't pass it off as an album. And it's like, I get the message. I get where he was going, but there's just too much that kept taking me out of this where I would just start doing, you know what I'm saying? When you're listening to something, you start doing other shit. That's when like it's losing you. You know what I'm saying? You start fidgeting with stuff. I started fucking playing Legos and shit like that. So it's like,
I mean, it's playing chess. It's like, yo, you can't go back. Like,
yeah,
you making this move, like you gotta figure out the move forward. Like,
and the move's got to be to kill. It's not, it's gotta be move. You got to be ahead. They got to be ahead of it. But it's what it is. But I mean, the project's solid. I mean, not to take any slight from it. He's fucking rapping his ass off.
It was a good cohesive project. I mean, for me, like some of the subject matter, some shit I really would like, vibe to. Like I was been to burn right. He's talking political all of a sudden, kind of threw me out. Like I was trying to escape this kind of talk and he straightened me up. You know what I'm saying? Or like the whole talk about manifestation. Like that's cool. I'm not trying to get spiritual. I'm trying to get high right now. But
yeah. Especially when you're like, that's the thing when it comes to like those kind of lefts and rights that kind of get thrown into projects, those got to be set up right. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's kind of like in compilation mode where it's like you hit shuffle, it's jarring. It's fucking jarring. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like you gotta, when you make an album and you're gonna do that kind of stuff, you have to make it connect or else it could really disconnect the listener. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to mention when it comes to stuff like that, like when Kendrick did Good Kid, Mad City, the intros and the small skits and stuff, they force you to be ready for what's coming up.
But you couldn't really play them like that because it's just like. But
that's the thing with that album. It's hard to listen to that album split up because you start to miss those transitions.
Yeah, you want to hear the
story. And that's why that album is such a masterpiece is because, and it doesn't mean you have to do it in that type of way, but it's like when you're, jumping from that many, because we're all men, we're complex, we're all human. But when you're jumping from certain subject to subject and you're putting out, this is music at the end of the day, this is entertainment at the end of the day, there's got to be some sort of transition, some sort of connection, something that like fluidity that has to get you involved, but either way, it's still solid. But I mean, this dude, he's been putting out music for a bit and he's always getting better. So I can honestly even see him if he hears this, he's gonna be like, oh, I got something for y'all. He's probably gonna cook up like
motivation.
Yeah, I'm never gonna be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? If you're out here, if you want to get better, that's what we're here for, bro. Actually, speaking of people just wanting to get better, I got hit up by NotYamanz's favorite glow up story. We used to deal with this kid, and he used to go by Young Moriarty.
Oh, this homie.
And this dude got like 2 or 3 bad red stamps from us. Bad red stamps. Like zeros, negatives. And He was just like doing young dumb shit, you know, like, oh, I'm young, I can do this. And we're like, bro, no, if you tried to make music, you'll realize that it's not just about that. And he had like a whole 360. He became an artist. He's dope. And he actually texted me. He's like, yo, I got new music coming out. And I was like, dope, it's been a minute. But he's like, yo, I put my all into it. And he always reaches out to us. And he's always like, you know, he lets me know like, yo, I appreciate you kicking my ass back in the day because I would have never got to this point. But I'm like, bro, I kick my own ass this much. Like, we just want people to build music. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we just love that it worked. You know, we love that it worked for him. You know, some people not going to take the ass whooping. Some people are soft. But if you can take an ass whooping like that, that's the point. There's no beauty without struggle. You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking happiness without sadness. Like, and people just don't get that. But shout out to him. He's got a new project coming out. I can't wait to hear it.
He has them dope singles. I saw him been working on Instagram.
He's solid, man. He's very solid, bro. He makes good, different music. He's from Sacramento, so he holds it down for Sacramento. You know, he's very involved in his scene. He knows every artist from out there. So shout out to him, man. I'll never be mad at that, bro. Never. But either way. So this next project that we're diving into, look how small the art is, because that's all I could find. Johnny, I hate the internet. I'm on a computer all day and I hate it. But this next one is Freedom of a Slave by Anthony Kannon, produced by Frost Gamble. For those who didn't check it out, we had a nice talk with Anthony Kannon on Wednesday. It's going to drop this upcoming Wednesday. And it's good. It's a good talk. It's a good talk. We went on for like an hour and a half. We are talking all sorts of hip hop. We're talking dope stuff. He's a dope dude. Dope, well-spoken. Fucking great energy, dope game plan, like dope mind, dope hustling mentality, cool fucking dude. Like he gets all of my backing, bro. I fuck with him heavy. And this project for me was super dope.
It was a good one, man. It's solid as fuck. Put that shit on my run this morning.
Yeah, 7 fucking back-to-back just bangers. And he's rapping about everything. And I love it. I love the aggressiveness that he comes when it talks, his mixed, you know, his ethnicity, you know, because he's half black and half, I don't know what other else, but he's half white, I believe, or half something else. And he comes at it aggressively. And I love it. He wears that. He's not on some logic like, oh my God, I mix, baby. And then some songs I mix.
This is the Michael Beasley learned how to rap.
Yo, this shit is aggressive. And what's dope is Kannon got a dope voice. I say this all the time. Been saying that since we first reviewed him years ago. Dope voice, dope delivery, dope cadence. And he could punch. He be punching. So he'll mix all this crazy content with the slick talk and the punchlines, and he's very in tune with the streets. Like, it's fire, bro. Whenever he has a bar about when he got shot, I just want to punch a wall, bro. This shit is fire. But this project right here, bro, you want a quick 7-piece to get you on your feet, bro, this is it. Absolutely fire. Honestly, there's some projects this week that we reviewed that I like hold on to dearly, but this is one of them. This one's super dope. I've been bumping this aggressively on repeat.
Yeah, man, y'all gotta check this one out. Yeah, a bunch of shit that dropped this year, but this one for sure you gotta check it out.
I missed out. That's when what's funny is when I went to review this, I was like, man, I ain't never seen these. I was bugging out. I was like, man, he's a whole bunch of shit.
It was working, bro. You know, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. Keep doing it. He says he's gonna drop something every month, man. Super.
I respect that. I need to do that because I'm way behind.
Facts. I feel that. But speaking of dropping projects every month, we got the man, the myth, the legend himself, who we try not to view all the time because everybody that we come in contact with and we let them listen to this dude becomes a fan because he's just that dope. There's really no other way around it. This is Napoleon the Legend, man. This is produced by Just Music Beats. It's called Modus Operandi. Bro, Napoleon is the fucking truth. And I've been trying to tell people this for years. You will not find an artist more consistent. Like, he is what I wished. And don't get me wrong, Nas is my hero. But Napoleon is what I wish Nas was. You know, I wish Nas was as consistent and as volume heavy as Napoleon.
Dude, especially if he was like when he did It Was Written, just consistently made that shit like for months. Like, bro.
Seriously, that's what, honestly, that's what Napoleon sounds like. When we first started listening maybe 2 years ago, and it was one mixtape he dropped. I forgot what it was called, but it was something with like, it was like Warrior something. And after that, it was like, imagine you heard like It Was Written the first time. And then this person just kept dropping similar.
Damn, bro, that's what I'm saying. I feel what you're saying about the Nas comparison. That's why
it's insane. It's insane. Like, he's never dropped a miss, and he's done things. He's taken risks. And what's crazy about this dude, he drops at minimum 8 projects a year. That's insane. Even him, when I went to look at his, I'm like, fuck, we missed a couple of his. We got to catch up. But he drops at this level, and it's always high quality, bro. High quality. It's insane.
Too.
Huh?
Like,
what happened?
I said a lot of them are collabs too. Like, they're not, you know what I'm saying?
That's what makes him fire. He doesn't just work with the same team. He will rap. Every one of his last few releases are different producers, all with different styles, different flavors, different. And he doesn't miss on this. And that's the thing where Nas, some producers or some type beats, like I'll say it, like Nas is one of my favorites. So I break them down. I fucking do the science. Nas cannot rap when the beat isn't too open. And if there's just a lot of shit happening on the beat, Nas kind of falls off. But when the beat is open, he gets busy. Napoleon can rap on anything. That's the thing with Napoleon. He could rap on
more versatile. He's more versatile.
Yeah, way more versatile. He can do new age. He can do now everything. And it sounds comfortable. And he never shies from his thing. Like, he will always give you food and medicine. He'll always say some slick shit, but he'll be smart. He'll always drop his little bit of politics and his fucking his life. Like, he gives you pieces, and it's to the point where it's like, bro, how does he still have shit to write about?
Yeah, and give props to this man's artwork game. He does not miss either. I mean, look at this cover.
Always fire.
It's crazy.
Always fire. Bro, this man put out a fucking Dragon Ball Z project.
That's what got me into this guy.
You know how hard it is for a rapper to pull that off without being corny?
That's what it is. What's hard, the shit I'm trying to put out. I'm trying to make it seem not corny at all. It's hard.
But he also did a Fist of the North Star project. He's the truth, bro. I gotta check that out. Yeah, yo, it's gas. It's gas. Like, I was bumping that for a minute, bro. He's the truth. I mean, there isn't enough we could say about this dude, and I love the fact that he will also rap with anyone. He's not afraid. He is not afraid. He will fucking rap with anyone, and his business is clean, is straight to the point. Dude is the truth. He's the truth, bro. I also love that he rapped with one of my other favorites. He rapped with the Bad Seed on here. And remember when we interviewed Bad Seed, I was like, I want to hear you with Napoleon. I got to hear it, and I loved it.
Yeah, it was fucking hard.
I loved it. I was like, let's go.
Like, we were like exclusive. Like, well, hey, we saw this coming. We had an exclusive.
I've been campaigning it for years. Seeing it happen, I'm super hyped about it. But yeah, like this project is just dope, bro. I like Just Music Beats. That's another thing with Napoleon. Whenever he does something with a producer, I follow that producer after, and I listen to like the shit that they put out. They're dope. They're dope. The one producer that I follow and I rock with heavy, that Napoleon rock with, and I love when they work together because they've done it a few times. Giallo Point. This dude's production, insane. And he's within reach. We can, like, you can, anybody can be like, hey, let's work. Nice. And he will shoot you something reasonable. Nothing crazy.
Gives me an idea.
Yeah, yo, listen to his Giallo Point project. They're all gas. They scare me, but project super fucking dope. Shout out to Napoleon the Legend. You are the GOAT, and you know you are, and I hate it. He's the only person, if like I had it, like when I'm ready to get him on a track, I'm not gonna talk to people for a while. I'm gonna have to hide away, just to get shit done right. But that's what it is. So next project is it's from my homie. I know this dude for a hot minute. This is the Desert Chapel tapes by P.T.P, Peter the Poet. Shout out to P.T.P. He shot this to me. He hasn't put out stuff in a minute. And I was like, fuck it, let me check it out. He always drops something. For one, it's a bit long.
24. Yo.
Yeah, it's long. And it's solid, but I did have a complaint, and I put it in the review. I think my biggest issue with this project is a lot of the creative freedoms that he took on this project. I don't think the engineers were, or whoever mixed and mastered this, were on the same level, where it like understood what he was doing. So there are moments where he'll break out into some singing or some different type of singing or some vocals or some, he'll do something a little strange. And I feel like without like that engineer making sense of the sonics, it just comes off as strange. And it sucks because like I can hear what he's trying to do, but it's not, he did what he's supposed to do. I just don't think whoever, did the final touches on the effects and stuff did what they were supposed to do to make it fit the ambiance that he's trying to build. Because this project is a lot of atmosphere. It's a lot of energy building. Like this project is meant to put you in a time capsule, so to say, and like understand this dude's vibe.
So what you think with certain producers or engineers that just don't get you sometimes? You just take,
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, he goes by his name, Peter the Poet. He's very out there. He's very eccentric. He's very, he's very different, and his styles are cool. He has like a take, almost like if ASAP Rock kind of hit on some like, I don't know, kind of like on some Modus Yahoo, mix type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you just have to have the same ear. You got to hear what he's hearing to make it make sense. And if you're just mixing it to, hit those numbers and to get it to be leveled and clean, you're not catching the fucking energy he's putting out there. Because this music isn't for you to bump while you're in the car. This is for you to bump at home with some incense on. You know what I'm saying? This is like meditation music. This is like chill smoke music. This isn't, boom bappity rappity, type shit. But there's some moments too where he turns up too, and I like that too. Even though one song, I'm not gonna let you slide on it, bro. Don't call yourself a bad bitch, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Rocky, the only nigga that's a pretty motherfucker. Can't call you.
Do the whole song away from me, bro. Whole song.
The ASAP influence is real.
I hated it.
I didn't get it when it happened.
The stallion. Nah, I wasn't here for it, bro. I was very upset. But it's just the vibe of this project is super dope. And it's upsetting to me because I feel like the sound he was going for, and this is, my kind of shit, because, I'm very in tune with like a lot of different types of music. I feel like what he was going for would have fit best if the engineer would have listened to, a little more Milwaukee type stuff like Bobby Raps or, Corbin or, Spooky Black, as the internet knows him. But if he listened to those cats, then he would have been like, let's fucking do this. And it would have made this project 1 billion times better. Like it would have made sense. But then now it just sounds like, oh, this guy's doing some cool stuff, but then he just gets weird. And it's like,
you don't throw off any listener, especially the first time listener. You don't want that.
It's not going to stick. Mm-hmm. So it's like you take fucking half of these 24 songs, you could throw them out to the, the regular listener. You know what I'm saying?
That's when A&R's coming in and like, take that song out, take this song, leave this here. This is a hit.
Because it's like, oh, once you hear that weird shit, you're like, oh, no, I'm done with that. And it's like, nah, bro, he's singing. He doing different techniques. He doing some chants on some Gregorian shit. But it's got to sound right. It can't just be like a flat vocal. Like it needs that effect. And it wasn't there. Also, there's a beat on here. Oh, he said he's the realest bitch, not the bad bitch. He said he's the realest bitch, and I hate it.
Okay.
Equal. Beat on here.
You can't call a bitch, bro. Don't do that.
I think it was the Oh Gosh track. And I promise you, I know I rapped on this beat before, and I was like, I've heard it before. I think it was one of my homies sent to me. And my homie's like big on the YouTube beats. And I was like, this is definitely one of those like top streamed YouTube. Every year there's always like 4 of them that everybody uses. Yeah. Everybody thinks they bought it type shit. But this is definitely it. But
see the Kanye influence too on the cover.
But yeah, either way, it was super dope. But this project's solid. I mean, if you want to listen to it, it gets a little different. If you're a fan of like ASAP and ASAP Rock, not Rocky, then you can find something out of this that like makes sense. It's just, to me, I thought it was very fun. It's very experimental. I needed the engineer to know that. You know what I'm saying? So the next project is this one is If It Bleeds, It Can Be Killed. This is by Big Ghost and Conway the Machine. This is a good time.
Another banger.
This is a good time. This is some aggressive. This is New York, but on different levels. This is upstate and regular New York, the real New York, fake New York and real New York.
We can come together.
We can come together. And this one was hard, bro.
Yeah, I love the name of the project. If it bleeds, it can be killed. That's so cold.
I live by that eternally. But yeah, it banged. It's gritty. It's raps. This is raps. This is dirty rap. This is raps for the people that are like hip hop dead. They ain't no good rap out there because they only know what's being marketed to them. This is for you. This is for yourself. Go instead of going to look for it. It's here. It's right here. Here it is. Take it. And I love the cover.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
But this one was dope too, man. You got again dope production. And you got all the raps, the gritty, dirty, filthy stink raps, like the nasty breath raps. I'm here for it.
Kill All Rats is the best track on the project.
What happened?
Kill All Rats is the best track on this project.
Yo, Kill All Rats went hard. That's one of those, like, I'm trying to do push-ups, you know? That's all gets me ready to go. Like, that's what I'm starting my day with. Going,
work with this shit, man.
Yeah. Driving to work, you know, just hyping yourself up to yell at your coworkers.
It's crazy that Griselda, like, it encapsulates just like damn near all of hip hop at this point.
Yeah, that is not wrong, dude. He did. It's all it is.
Any track came out with Cole, I have not been able to listen to a lot of songs the same.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro, and it's like I love it though because it's one of those things, as much as there's payola, as much as there's, an agenda, as much as there's stuff being pushed in front of our eyes, real dope music like this will shine. We'll find a way. Mm-hmm. And it did. Griselda is the prime example of that because we needed them. We were in a rut. Mm-hmm. Drake made us all light skinned. Beef tracks were club tracks. We needed them. We needed them. They gave us that hostility that we needed to remember we had. So I'm not mad at it. So speaking of just, going with the times and all sorts of stuff like that, we got a release from the teacher himself, from the legend. I hate the name of this project because looking at it hurts my brain, but it's IAMCRU 12 by KRS-One, whatever it is. It's a bunch of letters and numbers by KRS-One.
Oh, shit, yo.
Look at, bro. It hurts.
I swear that was a UPC, bro.
Seriously, it stresses me out. I was like, what? I couldn't even even typing it because the way it's listed, me, I got my OCD. I had to type it the way it is. It's like some of it's capital, some of it's not. I was like, I hate this. So it stressed me out. But this project had some heat on it. You know what I hate though? There's people that are gonna hate. There's always someone in my comments, oh, bad album. And it's like, oh man, but you didn't look at a million other reviews we post, but just because it's a pioneer, we have to hate on it.
That's stupid. I don't understand that.
It's honestly, if you've ever seen him live, you would know never to disrespect.
Oh, he's hard live. I've seen him at the Rock the Bells.
Incredible. He freestyles. He does everything. He tells you rap history. He gives you so much that you go there for the full experience, bro. And this project it's got a lot of that. I will say there is a few songs on here that feel extremely dated and corny.
Because KRS will test that he is dated and corny.
He's been around since rap started. What do you expect?
The teacher. He went to beef with Nelly, bro. What the fuck?
Facts.
He's been around.
The way I think of it, when you see that Nelly shit was wild. But the way I see it is bro, we could love the prehistoric shit or not, but at the end of the day, a T-Rex to us has short arms, bro. There's always going to be some sort of flaw that time cannot fix.
It's a different time, different era. All right, you just got to respect that. That's what you're going to come with you in there.
Yeah, and I liked it. I liked it because there is the nostalgia. He does have the hip hop stories where he is telling you the stories, and I love it. But he still can rap.
Oh, he's never not been able to rap.
You know what I'm saying? You cannot take that from this man. He is rapping, and his style still sounds dope.
Yeah. I wonder if he still does that thing where every top 10 artist of the year, he'll like have a rap battle ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
Yeah.
I gotta check. Cause like I know he stopped putting out stuff. Then he put out a dope album a couple of years ago, but he was like doing the Bandcamp thing for a while. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what he's been up to. I kind of stopped. Let's be real. I stopped following him because of that whole Africa Bambaataa shit. I didn't like seeing that whole thing. I hated it. And I was just like, it kind of hurt. So, but I would like to see if he's still doing that. You know what I'm saying?
MC Shan interview that nigga did with Pimps. KRS might come out with some shit.
Yeah. Nah, this project showed, and you know what I like? What the one thing that I when I was listening to this, when I was reviewing it, that like put me in a fit of laughter. There's the song, Can You Dance? And I'm thinking of like, I'm so now in tune with it nowadays, and I'm like waiting for like a dance song. And it was the most like 70s like dance. And I was crying, bro. I was literally just dying in my I'm like, bro, I did not expect this.
Yo, that's like a different mind state from a different era right there.
Like the word dance doesn't even mean the same thing.
I'm thinking fucking like TikTok. He's thinking like 1-2s and crazy
like rerun. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
And it blew my mind. But then there's like the Club Ripper song, which I thought was terrible. And I'm like, bro, the clubs don't play this no more. Like, when was the last time you were in a club? So
clubs don't play KRS-One in general, bro.
Yeah. And that's the thing that was funny. Some of the beats on this had a level of simplicity that I can wholeheartedly accept that we are past now. To where if it would have been something that came out a decade ago, I'd have been like, this beat goes, this beat bops. But hearing them on here, I was like, this is the weakest. Like this was, and in my head, I'm like, I feel terrible thinking this, but I'm like, who made this on like the first MPC ever made, like on the oldest equipment? And I felt terrible thinking that because I'm like, man, that's super spoiled of me. But, I felt it. I was like, this is super dated.
Yeah, man. That's how all these old heads do that, though. I hear like a new Spice One album, it's the same deal. I'm like, bro. Same. You got to move on with that sound.
It's like, like mix it up a little bit. Like if a Tribe Called Quest put out that album they did a few years ago and it is very in tune with the times, you guys can too. Because they never broke. It still sounds like Tribe, but it's got the sonics of today. And that's okay.
Fife album, this nigga every years has the sonics of today.
Yeah, the Fife album. Yeah. That's the thing that like I would like what upset me about this album. He didn't. It was just like him and Sun One, and like that's it. There was
Simone.
Yeah, but there was no like feature. You know what I'm saying?
And there's no like names.
Yeah, I'm at the point where like I'm older, and my these guys I call my fathers. I want to see my fathers rap together. Like De La Soul's still around. Why are they not on here?
Nigga, imagine a KRS.
He's still around.
Man, it's one of those crimes, bro. Like you never seen like Snoop Dogg do an album with like Tupac back in the day when they were around. Like, why wait till later?
Work while you're together. Like, Cool G Rap is still out here snapping. You're telling me that KRS and Cool G wouldn't put out the hardest track ever? Like, Big Daddy Kane's still out here. You know what I'm saying? I want to
call him up. Where he at?
Yeah, I want to see you guys rap. Like, I want that era that's still like that was my growing up that I looked back to. Like, this is the old school and thought these are amazing. I want to see them rap with the ones who are still there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking what's his name? Master Ace is still out here snapping up with him. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that are just still cooking. Just give us that. We deserve that.
They ain't gonna happen until they die, unfortunately. Then they were like, "Oh, we got a tribe."
It's that pride, like they got that old school hip hop pride, bro. And it's like, bro, you're old now. Just rap together.
Yeah, cut the shit
about your politics. I don't care about you guys' politics. Like you guys can't even get enlisted anymore. Let's treat hip hop the same way. You can't get drafted. You feel me? Like you can't get drafted in the hip hop war anymore. So just let it go. It'd be like that sometimes, but shout out to the pioneers, the goats. I mean, my fathers, So this next project, I'm going to keep it a billion. So I like to start my of the years early. And I just, the way I do it, I make the list and things get knocked off and added on. This is my number 2 of the year currently right now. It shot its way up. This is Lyrics to Go Volume 3 by Kota the Friend. I've always thought Kota was solid. I've always thought he was cool, dope producer, Brooklyn, whatever. But I never invested in Kota. Like, I never was like, this dude is absolutely fire. I never recommended him. When he comes out with stuff, I never looked for it. This project moved me, bro.
That's good.
Yo, I'm going to keep it 1,000,000,000%. This project, and, you know, I'm a grown man. I could say what I want. I was driving around and I was, you know, I had to work on site. I had to go to a site or whatever. So I had to get a bit of a drive. And I'm like, yo, let me throw this on. You know, I like to recap during the week, listen to everything. Bro, 2 back-to-back songs put me in tears, bro. Fucking For Troubled Boys and Dear Fear. When I tell you these 2 songs were written for me, you know what I'm saying? You ever feel like it hit me? For Troubled Boys, I might have bumped like 4 times after the first time, because at first I was like, I'm like, did I write this? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, did I write this? Or is this dude talking to me from the radio? And that song absolutely fucked me up. It moved me, bro. Like I keep it 1,000,000,000%. I was in my car tearing. I was like, bro, this is heavy. I'm like, this is heavy. Like, he has the nerve to talk this heavy ass shit over this smooth ass beat. This calming ass beat. And I'm in a therapy chair right now. I'm trying to get to work. And then after listening to that 1,000 times in a row, I'm like, bro, I'm just draining myself. Let me turn this off. Next song, Dear Fear. Oh, bro, it's
just another one.
I was like, no, these 2 songs they're legal to be back to back, bro. Like, For Troubled Boys, bro, he literally hit the nail on any head. Like, if you grew up in a single mother household, if you had older siblings or younger siblings and you had beef with and you need to just bury the hatchet with, if you had anything with if issues with females and stuff like that are linked to that, all this sort of stuff, and if you have like issues with people ruining your peace and you're just trying to be a good person, bro, this shit, he wrote this song for us. Like, this song is for us.
He wrote this album.
Yo, and what's crazy is after listening to this, I was like, bro, what the fuck? I love this album. I went back to listen to his catalog because that's what I do. I'm a music fan. And I was like, bro, none of them hit like this. So I'm like, something had to happen. And I looked into it and I didn't realize that whole song where he's talking about that chick his ex, who said that he beat her, he aired her whole shit out. And I looked it up and it all happened. You know what I'm saying? I was like, there it is. That's the truth I needed. And that's the shit that makes you attached to artists. Because before he was rapping flashy shit and I'm a producer, I rap too, I learned money. Do you hear this shit? And he's like, yo, this is him. And it hit. It hit. It fucking hit hard. This album immediately shot up to my number 2. That's Sayari the Kid, and then this right here. Oh, phenomenal. Those albums were written for me. This one, like, bro. And what's crazy is I went into this hating. I'm like, Trey gave this song a diamond, bro. This shit probably ain't a diamond. I'm like, bro, you shied him one. It's 2 diamonds, bro. Like, I'm like, it's 2, bro.
I looked at that time and I'm like, I wonder how John feels. He's going to be in for some shit.
I felt set up. I felt set up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just such a, like, the song, bro, it just has so many quotes. And what's crazy is he starts the song off talking about like how he's a Rubik's Cube. One, I'm a big fan of Rubik's Cube, so I'm already here for that. I have 3 in front of me as we speak. And then he's just like, he just dives into it, bro. Like, then he's talking about like moving farther from religion, losing his peace, his coping mechanisms, making it harder for him, and like how revenge was ruining him because all he could think about was karma. It just couldn't get any more realistic for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it couldn't get more realistic. And him, just the whole song going from down to him rising up, talking about self-love, passing generational wealth, and like things being by design. He had that line like hummingbirds in my backyard, butterflies in my stomach, living is really something. Like, he went crazy. Like, I loved it, bro. This album's phenomenal, bro. It's phenomenal.
Shit. Even down to the covers, dude, it just reflects what the music will, give to you. Once after you hear it, you're like, yeah, the cover makes perfect sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense, bro. It makes sense. Like the line that like really got me was like him talking about like how he changed it. And he was like, yo, I'm happy in my routine. I used to get overwhelmed. And then he's like, I started to put the work in, love myself every day, wake up and run, shower, face mask, read, journal, sit down, breathe, and then school my son. He tells me to play my song. I let pressure make me feel like fatherhood was a chore. Like, he went crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was real, bro. It hit me. It hit me very much so. And I was like, bro, like, this is a classic for me. This album's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing. I could quote that like whole song and those two songs. Fire. Listen to it.
Yeah, I step my game up with my subject matter and my music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be more honest with my shit.
Crazy as none of it's like complex. It's simple lines. You know what I'm saying? It's heavy. Is heavy. Like, each of those lines that I said, they may not be complex, but they weigh tons, tons. So that's my kind of music, bro. Like, this shit moved me, man. Shit was super dope. Super, super dope. So then we jumped into the Friday releases. The first one was by someone who has been letting me down a lot in his rap career. Oh man, I skipped it.
You might have seen that cover though, but something.
Hey, we out here.
I've seen that look before, you know what I'm saying? That's a similar position many a times.
With someone flexible.
You feel.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. But let me get the right screen up. But yeah, so this next project was Ramona Park Broke My Heart. This is by Vince Staples. And this project right here, bro, I will say
it was dope. It should have gotten a higher rating for me, bro. This shit was sick.
I didn't think it would get, but I knew for you. I know for you it would.
I love this fucking project. The fucking production, the feature. Ty Dolla $ign went off on this one. Y'all fucking robbed him of the fire.
I will say Vince Staples for me has been a big letdown, because when he first came out, he was rapping. His shit was hard. His shit was gangster. His shit was fire. And then he went down like the route, which, you got to make money. He went down the festival route, the white people route. And
right.
It was upsetting to me. And he just never came back to rapping. And this project, I'm not saying this is him coming back to rapping, but this isn't the festival shit. This is different. And I will take this different over that other shit any day.
He went more gangster on this. That was well appreciated.
But he went on a smooth path. It wasn't like, it wasn't like the, summertime EPs, double LP back. Yeah. He wasn't like, this is bitch, you thirsty, please grab a Sprite. This wasn't that. But I will say this project was super dope to me. It was very smooth, but I don't know. You know what it is? It's hard for me to fully give him too many points on this one, because I know how dope of a lyricist he's been.
Yeah.
So a lot of this to me, he was just coasting. He was sliding, and it's not like it's bad. He was just sliding. It was fire, but he wasn't snapping. He wasn't changing his tone. It was very smooth.
He sounded comfortable though when he rapped in these things.
Very comfortable. But I will say I did like the variety of beats. And I know I was like, there's a lot of this stuff is going to be reckless jam. But like, I did like that, because I know that's where he's from when he was rapping all that super cold gangster shit, but I've never got to hear him on like stuff this like of that type of sound. So I definitely enjoyed it very much. I definitely enjoyed it.
Not really since he first came out, because like remember when doing the face with like our Future and then back when he was like young,
he was killing.
That's why, because literally he is like now bringing it full circle to just like I don't already gave y'all that shit and I barely give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
He was a bit nonchalant about what he was doing.
But he always like if you watch his interviews, because I'm a big fan of his interviews, and he always talks about like, you know, the impact and, you know, that it was on like it had on him, you know, so it's not like he's past it. He always talks about like, yo, I was filled with anger. That he talks that gangster shit. He was like, I lived that life. I wanted to hurt people and all that stuff. But he doesn't rap about it anymore, but he still talks about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you can tell like when he saw the Narwhal interview where he asked about the Bloods and Crips compilation, he didn't even want to talk about it. Like, no, we passed that shit. We ain't not gangster shit no more. Fuck that shit. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, and
he feels that shit still. It lingers.
Yeah. It's still. That's what I'm saying. It's still there. But I get this project. Like, I love the production. I thought there was some, you know, I probably robbed Ty. I'm weird with Ty Dolla.
You definitely robbed him of his fire.
I'm weird with Ty Dolla.
A fire truck, to be honest. This is me though.
Ty Dolla Sign. I'm like, what happened?
I'm weird with Ty Dolla Sign. I did like the Lil Baby feature too. But I thought this project was super solid. I thought the production was dope. I thought the pacing was cool. The story, I was expecting a little more. With the name Ramona Park Broke My Heart, I was expecting more from the story, but I didn't get as much as I thought I was going to get. But I will say this is a good album. I do hate, like, you know, fucking, oh, this is the best thing come out this year. Those people, shut up. No, it's not. It's not spectacular. It's not, you know, it's just dope. It's just a dope project. It's not like fucking mind blowing. He's not saying nothing that we've never heard before, but it's solid, man. I definitely did rock with this one heavy compared to the shit that he's put out. I just need him to say some crazy shit again. You know, like on that track with Earl Sweatshirt, shoot him in his forehead, bullet exit out his underarm, like shit like that is hard. Like I want to hear that.
Yo, yeah, fucking rape line back in the day. It ain't fucking rape if you like it, bitch.
I want that aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear that chaos, bro. Like, come on, bro.
I feel like he just giving us a little tour guide and kind of spoon feeding just people now, because like that's not, like we said, that's not him no more.
Yeah,
he said that, like that's not him no more. And I guess like this is some sort of like resurrection and just like internally that he just, you know what I'm saying? We just all feel that.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, I get that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to hear a little more on I want to hear raps. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're not rapping about that shit no more, I want to hear, you know, I want him to flex.
Some Mamacita shit, you know?
Yo, that song, bro.
Senorita, what was it called? Yeah, that shit.
Oh my God. No, millimeter. No, that song.
With Sna Allegra and Future, crazy ass features that work somehow.
No, but like, yeah, once I feel like even though he doesn't have to rap about that type of stuff, he can give us that level of lyricism.
Yo, he can. He should.
You know, I mean, like that level of lyricism for me was up there. It was top tier, you know. But then we had the last project of the week. This was the debut album for Coi Leray. This was Trendsetter. I was surprisingly impressed by this.
This is good. It was a good listen. I like it.
Yeah, I you know me. I'm not really a big fan of the clout stuff. I know I like TikTok, but I'm never going to be a fan of like albums once I hear someone's, you know, like the song from there. And I went into this just like, is this going to be some weird like bubblegummy type, you know, like less talented Doja Cat type stuff?
It has a Doja vibe all the way.
Yeah, has a Doja vibe, but she has her own twist to it. And I think what I liked about this, I'll never be a fan of like the whiny, singy rappers when it's dudes, because they sound like babies. They sound like they weigh, you know, like 50 pounds. Like, you know, they sound like they wear youth clothing size. And I'll never be a fan of that. Like, if you sound frail, I'm over 200 pounds. I can't listen to frail music. It's disrespectful to me. It makes my ears itch. So hearing her do it, it made sense. I'm like, she's a tiny girl. She's allowed to do this type of music. This is what this is the girl side of it. And it really made me think of like, you know how they say a lot of hip hop now is very feminine and they're like trying to, you know, demasculate men and stuff like that. It really hit me. I was like, man, these young motherfuckers is just soft. You know, this I shoot first type music shit is trash. But this her doing it and her mixing in the super sexual shit she was talking like this after this project. I'm like, yo, Coi Leray probably be fucking.
He's done that before.
These lyrics, I'm like, she's
here's the thing though, she is now embracing her femininity. I can hear that, and I can hear her embracing herself as an artist and just getting better, period. Because there's a lot of female artists like her that could be riding her way, was talking shit. Now she ain't even really talking shit.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I noticed with this that I liked. She was doing the singy rap stuff really well, and it fit the subject matter because it was whiny, it was singy, it was bubblegummy, but it was girl stuff. And I was like, this is cool. You know, this is cool. Like if it's a nigga singy, bubblegummy, rhyming about shooting people, I'm like, okay, I know what it's like to watch a kid play with their toys. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. Wow.
Tuesday for you. You already know.
Yeah, regular. But hearing her do that, I was like, man, I'm on board. And what's shocking enough, even her, like, you know, we call it the pussy raps, they worked. It was sexual, but it wasn't corny. It was fly. She was kind of stunting. You know what I'm saying? She was talking that. It wasn't like, oh, I got a guy giving me head while I drive, corny, like female just saying what a guy would say. Mm-hmm. She was talking some slick shit, like, you know, some like, oh, I'm gonna send some dirty texts and then not ignore you for the rest of it, like slick shit. And I'm like, that's the girl game. And I liked it because it gave me a contrast. It gave me something different. And my biggest takeaway from this project was, for a project that has 10 bajillion features on it.
Big features too.
Big features. She stood out.
Yeah, she did not get outshined. Even by the Nicki Minaj one, they were cohesive together on that whole track.
The contrast with Nicki Minaj is great. I thought her and Young Blue's chemistry was dope. Young M.A. probably the only person who like snapped on her, but that was it. She made G Herbo rap fire. Her, that was super dope. And I liked, you know, but like, even for me, I was like, man, I'm probably not going to love any of the songs that she does by herself. She had a few songs by herself, like that Anxiety track. I was like, this is dope. This is dope. And this song, even though this project is 20 songs, there's a lot of variety. It's like 2 club tracks, 2 TikTok tracks, 2 pussy rap tracks, 2 R&B tracks, 2 of these, and it's sprinkled about, and it's nice.
It seems like she had like a bunch of songs she recorded and chose the 2 best of each topic she wanted to cover on it and put it on there.
And strung it together. Because I know once the TikTok stuff and once, you know, Benzino was out here looking foolish, getting her popular up, I know she was in the studio. But I can actually hear her as an artist. I can hear her, because none of the songs, like even with the features, didn't sound like the feature songs featuring her. It sounded like her and them joining in. Mm-hmm. She never like lost herself. She didn't pull a game where she sounded like them or anything like that. It was her just doing what she does. And I appreciated that so much. This came to a shock to me. I was like, man, I enjoyed this way more than I thought I would. And the corny bubblegum or even some of the corny aggressive type stuff, I don't know, but I feel like that is a market that ladies can take advantage of because seeing a dude do it, I'm like, no. Get the fuck out of here.
Not all this R. Kelly shit, man.
Yeah, but seeing a fucking girl, you know, a girl who, you know how girls are. They're way bubblier than us. They dress different than us. They're more colorful than us. Mm-hmm. Seeing them do it, it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
This is gonna be the new wave, I think, for females. They're gonna make a huge jump with this kind of sound. I can guarantee.
Real body female.
Already a wave, because this is like.
Starting.
I'm gonna be real. This is like Little Mama. This is like her. This is like our generation.
Let's give Lil Mama her props.
That's what I'm saying.
Her lip gloss was cool and it was popping. We didn't pay attention until this shit.
Nigga, we listened to that song all through high school. Fuck out here.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like
really we were mad when Charlamagne made her cry, bro. Come on, man.
Yo, facts. I feel like this is a lady wave that I can get on board with because this is like natural body. I'll take whatever, because the internet cooks her up. They put like the sexy boots and like 2 broomsticks.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, they cook her up, but like she's holding it down for like, we all love those tiny cute girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some men prefer them.
Fine, she fine. She's not even cute. She fine. She fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I rock with this wave. I think this is a great wave. If she goes through it, I'd like, this is a wave. If she's starting it, she can godmother some of these girls. I would take this more creative wave and twist to the mainstream subject matter rather than them just copying pasting.
True that. I want to see her and Melly do a track together. That would be a cool ass collab.
Yeah. Honestly, I want to see her. Yeah, like I would like to see her get a little more on the experimental tip, like her and like Dominic Fike, or like some of the more poppy type, like even like her and Jack Harlow, and then like, or her and what's his name who worked with Jack Harlow. I wasn't thinking of Jack Harlow, but
get her in the fucking studio. Oh,
her and like Little Nas X. I feel like that would be a fun thing. Thank you, baby. But I feel like that'd be a fun thing, like her and like a Little Nas X, and just those mixes that, like, I feel like she's ready for that rap. Even give her the one typical mainstream Miley Cyrus song, because Miley's trying to connect with the black. She does it once a year.
Oh yeah, once a year she'll bring out the jersey.
Yeah,
she got her man and dip.
Yeah, come out with it's gonna be like a Kyrie jersey too, because so it's a little woke, but it's like we all love it. But yeah, I would like to see that wave. I think she would pull that off easily.
Yeah,
easily. But yeah, but that's all we had for the week. I know a lot of people were shocked that I liked that album, but I did. I was in here fucking bopping. I was cleaning the room and shit. I'm like, yeah, this is fun. This is a fun project. Like, good for Benzino. His daughter's out here living. She's not doing that bullshit that he thought he could do when he was trying to rap.
Well, that's what happens when you finally learn, like, oh, I'll get my ego from this nigga, but let me not let it destroy myself.
Speaking of daughters, I would love to see her work with Willow and even Jaden.
That's not so bad. That's also one I can see happening.
That'd be nice. I think that'd be very fun. Both of them separately, not together, like separately. 2 different bodies of music from Jaden and Willow. I think that'd be a good time.
The Jaden track would be a good one for sure.
Yeah,
but the Willow track will be the more banger one.
Oh yeah, it would be a banger. The Willow track.
But Jaden just he sound like he on some bitch nigga shit. So we ain't.
But that's why it fit, because he's under 100 pounds.
Maybe she'll bring something out of him. You never know.
Yeah, the song be in this position. The We Don't Weigh More Than 125 Pounds. That'd be the name of the song.
Just call it pounds or ounces.
Call it pounds, yeah. Heavy only when soaked and wet. But other than that, man, that's all we got, man. I don't know who we're interviewing this week.
Mate.
Nice. It's just me and you. We're having to sit down. I should see. I'm gonna try to get the guys on there. But
nigga, we gonna we in there.
Oh, I'm gonna pull.
I got some shit. I got answers
for you, sir. I'm gonna put together questions for you. I'm gonna your catalog, sir.
Yeah, I gotta find a way to. You gotta check out my first project.
Yeah, I only got the one, the Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. Oh shit! I don't know if I want you to hear that, but
oh, don't let me hear that now. But solid. So we're chopping it up with Reckless this week. But that's all we got. Wednesday, our Anthony Kannon drop, so people are gonna love that. And yeah, we'll holla at you. I haven't really set a date on single reviews or anything like that because we don't have our Instagram. So
yeah, we need that.
Do it for nothing. But hit us up, peoples. You know where to find us. You know where to find me. And all of us, our pages and Instagrams. Hit us up, man. Let us know if you guys still around. You're still alive out here in these streets. But I am signing off. I am fried up in these streets. I'm gonna do the dramatic exit. We're gonna zip through all the pictures. Yeah. And there's the main one right there. Bam, we're out. Peace out, peoples.